All right. So I was telling somebody when I first announced that I was going to be running for DA, one of the first people to learn of it was our piano teacher, and you all heard Ginny play tonight. So she comes to the house and she says, well, what does a race for DA look like? And I said, a race for DA looks like 3 words. Anybody know what they are? It's always the same. It's been the same for 120 years. Tough on crime. So we have this race to the bottom, in my opinion, where every time a DA is going to run for office, he's going to make a pledge to get tough on crime. And you know what that translates to, invariably, is the poorest people in our community being persecuted to the tune of, we are at a historic inflection point. We have more people in jail now than in the history of humanity as a country. More than apartheid South Africa. More than Chairman Mao in China. More than Stalin's Russia. We have the equivalent in prison in this country of the entire population of Philadelphia. You know, we have children. I'm sure many of you here have children. And we're all thinking about either paying off our student loans or undertaking new ones for our own children. And there's a very interesting statistic. 4-year degree at Penn State. Does anybody know what that runs at?
65.
65,000.
Right.
It's, last quote I heard it was 40.
No.
40 G's to go to Penn State. Anybody know what it costs to be incarcerated for a year in Pennsylvania?
Probably more than
65?
$60,000. $60,000. The number of people in Pennsylvania is equal to that of, in prison in Pennsylvania, is equal to that of the population of Harrisburg. So the entire population of Harrisburg is presently in the prison system of Pennsylvania. So, I propose a different path, and I would like to say that I'm the creative one that came up with it, but I'm not. There is a group of people that ran for district attorney who are former defense attorneys like myself, who are sick of filling our prisons with the poorest and doing so at the cost of our children. We are trying a different way, where jail isn't the first response. We want to treat addiction. We want to treat people. We want to help people rather than put them in jail, warehouse them, and have them come out new and improved criminals. They go in with a certain subset of skills, they come out better criminals. So they go right back in. That's where we get our recidivism rates, you know, the worst in the world. They go right back in. We've done nothing with these people except warehouse them. So we are proposing every single time someone's to be incarcerated, this is what Mr. Krasner has done in Philadelphia. He's the current DA there. Did I say that? Every single time someone is sentenced, the ADA, the Assistant District Attorney, must, in open court, tell the judge and all assembled, including the press, how much this is going to cost. What's this going to cost the taxpayer to put this person in jail? And have that front of mind on every single case. The DA isn't just there to be tough on crime. The DA is to holistically look at the community in which they serve, which is ultimately what I'm trying to do. I am and have always been an ardent opponent of the death penalty. Did anybody see the article last week about what judges do when they're up for retention? So this came out last week. Every time a judge is up for retention, they did a study. Their sentencing is 30% higher. The rate of incarceration is 30% higher when they're up for retention. Right now, the Cumberland County DA, on his resume, his list of things that he will say into a microphone and get applause for, is that he is the #1 death penalty DA in the state. Last year, he had no death penalty cases. He's on the ballot this year. We're up to 4.
What's his name? I'm sorry.
Skip Bieber.
Okay.
So now we're up to 4 death penalty cases. And I know this because I'm sitting in court and the public defender whispers into my ear, we don't have the resources for all these death penalty cases. It wipes out the rest of the defense team. One attorney's time is completely monopolized by a single case. So now they have to go to the president judge and say, we need more money. And we need outside counsel because we can't handle it. We don't have the resources for this. So now all of us are paying for Skip Biebert's resume, which I find reprehensible, but here it is. The highest and best manifestation of what is wrong with our system is punishing people to pad the resume of a politician trying to seek advancement. Rendell did it out of Philadelphia, he became governor. Specter did it, remember Arlen Specter? DA turned senator, did the same thing. So this is the cycle that people like me are trying to break.